Hey guys, a few weeks ago Pennzoil got a hold of us and wondered if we were interested in checking out the Brickyard Vintage Racing Invitationals in Indiana. And we like working with companies whose products we already use, and I've been using Shell Rotella for years already, ever since I was an apprentice. It's a great oil in the diesels. If you own a big rig, you know of Shell Rotella. So we want to thank Pennzoil for setting that up, for sending us down there. We made a road trip out of it. We also want to thank the other YouTubers that were there that made a fantastic weekend. So let's go check it out. Here we go. Thankful for this opportunity. This is really cool because it's not modern. We're stepping back a few decades and getting a little tour of the garages and kind of the history on how it all started. And it basically started somewhere on a car like this, where they started dirt track. You start with a midget car, work your way up, you end up with something like this, which was run, this is what they call the Indycar, which would be run on a dirt track, and then you would go into a newer style like this, which would end up on a road course. So seeing the decades of car innovation was really cool. We got to check out the guys working on the cars, but we also got to talk to guys that were actually there firsthand. It was awesome hearing guys actually talk about the experiences and the little things that gave them the competitive edge.
Most of them worked on their own car. Yeah. Or once in a while, like I used to, you'd show up as a volunteer, you know. Yeah. And as long as you ask first, they might ask you to, yeah, you can help me put some gas in it or something. Yeah. Okay, so they're learning their trade, and then as they get better at it, they would have an opportunity to progress into an Indycar. And in this era, they only had 3 requirements, and they didn't care what it was. You could make it 4-cylinder, 8-cylinder, 6, whatever you wanted. Yeah. But that's the only rules.
The only rules were weight, wheelbase, and size of engine. But you could do whatever you wanted. You can see some of them have the engines in the front, some of them have the engines in the back, some of the engines are on angles. There's so much ingenuity going on and trying to get every single little vantage point of trying to make it go faster. All those sleepless nights and then having it pay off if it actually works. It's awesome. Hey guys, I'm here with Mike from Autovlog. You gotta go check out his channel. Just the exact opposite of what we do, but just it's nice to get that opposite perspective. If you love new vehicles, he gets his hands on some pretty new sweet cars. Go check him out! Check me out! We got to see right from the beginning of the grassroots racing all the way up to the muscle cars, and then got to go into the museum and basically see it up to current racing. And it was really cool to see what teams had to do to stay competitive, all the slight little innovations they had to do to get that upper edge. We checked out a couple cars, and the exhaust reminded me of spaghetti. And actually, it really got us motivated to try and come up with some new ways of doing old things to stay competitive, but not having to spend a pile of money either. We should build something like that. The racing got out of hand because it ended up being the person with the most money always won the race. And they started putting more and more rules in place. It equaled it out not because of safety-wise, but because it kept it equal for all the racers. I had a really great time checking out that everything at Indiana Raceway. If you get a chance, go down there and check it out. Really cool innovation going on just by looking at it. The engine's offset so that the drive shaft can go beside the driver so the driver can sit lower. And then I think, like I see fins on the side of the engine, so it's air cooled and liquid cooled. And it looks like some sort of pipe to scoop up air and shoot it through. I don't know what that's about. Pretty cool. They got this on a cam so you can adjust your ride height on your front, and then they've got the shocks on the inside. On the back ones, they generally have the shocks on the outside, but just the more you look at it, the cooler these things get, and it's really cool to go from one to the next and see what is new compared to the era before that. So, I love this stuff. So we all know how crude oil is made, and we really don't care anymore. But what we found really cool about the weekend was that Pennzoil has found a way of turning natural gas into a very pure oil to start with, and then bond their additives afterwards. So I don't know, comment down below and let us know if you think we should use this Pure Plus oil in the Audi. We'll beat on it hard for a while, maybe do an oil analysis and see what we come up with. Anyway, thanks for Pennzoil for sending us down there. It was a great weekend. Thanks to the YouTubers for making it a great weekend as well. And yeah, here we go.
What is it? The Boss Garage.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because you never know what you're going to see next week on DeBoss Garage. If you like what you see, there's a lot of stuff happening to help support the channel. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich.